Hey, what's up, fellow gamers? Decided to put this video together. Now, I'm not a big person for recording videos and whatnot. And posting them on YouTube and doing all that. But I'm a fan of the series and been really frustrated lately. So I decided to kind of throw this together because I wanted to actually demonstrate one of the bugs I've been running into in the multiplayer campaign. Now, this has been happening to me in manual battles. Bugs like this that are equally game-breaking in all sorts of varied forms throughout it. And I would say, if I was to venture a guess, it'd be about 80%. But first off, I want to apologize right off the bat. I know the video quality is really, really bad, and the audio is probably going to crackle. That's something to do with fraps. I had to fall back on fraps. I usually use dxtory, but it didn't like playing with this game for some reason. I could not get it to work for the life of me. I had to fall back on fraps, and then fraps even seemed to not like this game too much. I've been getting a lot of stuttering, crackling on a couple test samples I did. The quality is not good. I'm playing it on extreme graphics, 1920 by 1080 on a Win 7 64-bit. But it's going to probably look like straight garbage when you guys are watching it. But anyways, I decided to throw this together because I actually wanted to demonstrate how game-breaking these AI bugs are. And I want to throw it out there as kind of like a shame, and also to inform people that maybe you're thinking of still picking up the game. And also it's kind of like an argument against the blind fanboys that are just kind of like parading for Creative Assembly. And I want to just start off by saying I'm a fan of Creative Assembly, or I was until this game came along. Shogun 2 made me a true believer, got me really immersed into it, loved that game, played so many co-op campaigns and versus modes with, probably dumped hundreds of hours into that game, loved it, it was great. And then this game came along, got really stoked, really excited, pre-ordered it just based off of my experiences in Shogun 2, $60, I was like, it's a little expensive for a PC title, but let's do it, And I've got a pretty decent rig, but no, this is unacceptable. The product that we got is unacceptable, and to forgive it by saying that they'll develop patches is just not right. So, anyways, let me cut right back to the chase. What I'm about to show you is the results of a defense that I did. Now, I was outnumbered. If you look down here in the corner, this was actually, you could barely see the yellow. So the screen popped up in the campaign map. Told me, I was outnumbered basically 3 to 4 to 1, and he had superior troops, and he had reinforcements coming in. So he had a naval amphibious force and reinforcements from over here. So I decided I was going to, actually fight it out, just have a little bit of fun, try to mix it up. The main campaign was starting to bore the hell out of me. The graphical issues, the bugs were just really starting to bog me down. I just wanted to have fun, go on a blaze of glory, So the initial plan was I was going to mass my troops here on the beach because I knew that these ships could bypass the walls, could get in. So I brought all my troops into here, all whopping 7 of them. And I was going to kill them off, the initial troops who could get in here, and then the remaining ships that would come, I would kill them either here, here, or here. Just concentrating my forces as much as I could and try to rout his troops. And then whatever was remaining, I was hoping that by that time these troops would be stalled off enough and I could try to meet him in the center or maybe even push up further. That was the plan. So everything started to go according to plan. His ships spawned here. As I said, you can see his reinforcements came in a few seconds later. 3 ships peeled off, landed here, saw the remaining troops start to head over here. I was like, okay, cool, I've got time, right? So these troops come in, mass my troops, boom, slaughter, as you can see on the beach. I'm able to utterly destroy its troops. I quickly shift all my troops over here, get my archers up on the walls, get everybody prepped. I'm like, all right, it's go time. It's go time, baby. Let's do this. And about 5 minutes goes by, nothing's happening. I'm like, okay, what's the deal here? And my troops aren't even shooting, but the arrow tower was. I'm like, what the hell are they shooting at? So I rotate around, and here's what we got. So my missile units are just stupidly staring. Well, I guess they were out. These guys were actually right next to them. so their firing arc was aimed down on them. These guys are out of ammo right now, so you actually can't even see their firing arc. But the tower kept raining hell down on these guys. Now, these dudes had disembarked from their ships, came through this little market zone, piled up against the wall, and it just started going back and forth in a line along this wall. Every now and then they do like a little circle thing. And my system just bogged down horribly. And it was obvious that the game was trying to figure out a way for these guys to path through and fight my troops or take this capture point flag on the other side of the wall. But it couldn't do it, and the AI wasn't scripted well enough to figure out that it could not achieve that goal. And apparently, the wonderful design team here put a little pathway, for crying out loud, along the side. I mean, seriously, you couldn't put like an iron gate coming out or portcullis or extended this into the water, this tower or whatever. No, they actually left a path, so it's pretty funny that hundreds of guys die right here, and they had a little path right here, and I'd like to think that I could have fought them off, but it just wouldn't have happened. These troops over here could have did the same thing, but we're going to get to the best part of it, so bear with me here. So, yeah, I kill these guys. They were out off. Not a single loss to these guys. Even though it says 82 out of 120, that's what they were at. These guys are 82 out of 120 as well. They don't lose a single guy. They kill these guys off. They rout off in that direction. About this time, I'm going, okay, what the hell's going on with these guys, right? Like, we got the general. Makes sense. He would stay there. And now I'm going to start the video up. And the reason I had it paused is because I didn't have a lot of time left. Okay. This is what they've been doing the entire time. Circles. They'll do a circle this way, clockwise, counterclockwise. It's like they can't make their mind up. These guys over here apparently were so just, I guess, mystified or mesmerized by these troops here that they just stopped disembarking completely. And that's what they've been doing for the last 50 minutes. And then the other ships are obviously the troops that all just completely died over here. So after I kind of figured that out, I'm being, completely thrown by the circle jerk brigade here. I'm wondering, well, what the hell's going on over here? So I zoom over to here. Now these guys they weren't here at this time. These guys were probably about where that ranged unit is, slingers. They would take 2 steps about every 5 seconds. So, they'd march forward, 1, 2, stop, 1, 2, stop, 1, 2, and now they've hit a wall, and they've just literally stopped and are having fun staring at it. Go to the other forces. These guys take a step about every 30 seconds to the side, like they're doing some weird, bizarre dance. I'm not going to keep sitting here. I don't have the time for it. These guys, circle jerking it. Apparently they got training from these guys way the hell over there. But, these guys immediately upon deploying turned 90 degrees to the right and just sat there. They haven't moved at all. These guys spinning in circles. These guys just, I don't know, I guess they're a little more graceful with the circle jerk. They take their leisurely time a lot, but they will just completely do a circle. And these guys, immediately upon deploying, turned it around back the direction they came from, opposite direction of where they should be going, and just faced out as if they knew what the inevitable outcome of this battle was going to be based on the actions of these guys. So, yeah, everybody, we paid $60 for this game. This is awesome, huh? And you would probably say, you would argue, oh, this is an isolated incident. Bugs like this are to be expected, right? No, it's probably 8 out of 10 times that I run into a bug like that. I've had this capture point. I've had capture points just like this. One capture point though, and I would have one unit off over here, and his units would surround the capture point and not take it. And I would just have to let the clock sit out. I've had bugs like that. All sorts of real crazy ones. And you can't tell me or accuse me or saying that I'm making that shit up or whatever, because like I said, how can I make this happen? These guys are circle jerking it. It's just it's a crying shame. And we haven't even touched on the graphical issues, problems like that. It's just pathetic. Straight pathetic. Completely sad. If you guys experience anything like this, put a video up, man. Get some other people to see this, because Creative Assembly doesn't deserve a single dime for this garbage. I'm not saying the people that poured their heart into this game don't. It's obvious that they did a lot of research. The units are very detailed. There's a lot of work here. But you can see another hand at work, or other hands at work, that forced them to push an obviously unfinished game out. You cannot tell me that their team, during the development cycle, somehow missed circle jerkers and reinforcements that absolutely do nothing. And this happens a lot. Reinforcements will frequently just not engage. They'll deploy and immediately face look at this. They're facing opposite directions. If you look at it, this guy's facing this way, this guy's facing that way, this guy's facing this direction, these guys are facing this way, and these guys, for crying out loud, started marching that way and then turned that way. It's unbelievable. This game's it's a joke, man. Straight joke. Anybody that's seen this that hasn't bought it, do not buy this game. This is like another Stronghold 3 sort of scenario. But and all the fanboys who are disillusioned, you just keep on telling yourself that the game's going to be better. Peace, guys, and have a good one.